Grab your Hurley hats and your cargo shorts because today we are counting down the top 10 blink-182 guitar riffs. That's right. This video took me forever to put together, and a lot of you are going to be really mad with what I did not include. Oh, and in recording the drum tracks, I kept them pretty simple, so please don't at me like, Eric, you didn't program Travis's parts or Scott's exactly how they were supposed to be. So I tried to get the bass and the guitar tones as close as I could, but I did good enough on the drums. Otherwise, this would have taken me 6 years. Let's dive right in. Here's our first riff. So Dumpweed is the first track off of Enema of the State, and Enema of the State to me is a perfect album. There are only two perfect albums I've ever heard that have ever been made with no skippable tracks, and Enema of the State is one of them. And the way it kicks off with not only a great sounding guitar riff, but a really fun guitar riff to play. And then it has the follow-up riff with all the pull-offs and everything. I didn't include that here, but that's Dumpweed. Emo comes from the album Dude Ranch, and this one might be kind of a dark horse for some of you guys, but this is one of my all-time favorite Blink-182 songs. Emo just really hits hard. I think it's a combination, like a lot of Blink songs, of Mark's bass line being complemented by Tom's guitar riff, where they only really work together. Like this song, if you hear the riff on its own, it kind of doesn't work, but when you hear it with the bass, it just all comes together. Man, when Feelin' This came out on the Blink-182 self-titled album, I was like, what is this? We had heard hints of this on Boxcar Racer, but we really had never heard serious Blink. And I guess Take Off Your Pants and Jacket also had kind of some serious stuff on it, but nothing like this album. Still produced by Jerry Finn, so it still sounds incredible. The production on it is amazing, but we've got some different sounding guitars, and we've got a really simple riff, but once again, complemented by Mark's bass part, which is actually pretty complex. You're tuned down to drop D, and then you're capoed at the second fret, and that's not something we had ever seen before. And by the way, if you are looking for extra help with your guitar playing, check out UnlimitedGuitar.com. I've got a 90-day guitar transformation program. It's awesome. We meet once a week. You also send me videos of your playing throughout the week, and I send you a video response of what I think you're doing great and what I think you can work on next. And you get access to all of my lesson material that's designed to take you from beginner to the late intermediate stages of your guitar playing. So yeah, check it out, UnlimitedGuitar.com. All right, here's another one that I think a lot of people might be scratching their heads over, and that's Easy Target, also from the self-titled album from 2003. And this is, it just hits me in a way that really works. And again, without the bass line, it sounds kind of empty, but when you put them together, it's just fantastic. And then that ending riff, where it's kind of like a variation of what's been played before, and then it slows down and transitions into all of this. I almost want to like make that one song. To me, I can't listen to Easy Target without listening to all of this featuring Robert Smith, where we get kind of the acoustic version of that outro riff. And it's actually really hard to play that outro riff there. And I was really lucky to get to see Blink play that on their most recent tour here in 2024 on the One More Time tour. And that was a huge, fun surprise that they did Easy Target. Okay, the hardest guitar riff by Tom DeLonge, I think, is Dysentery Gary. Really a difficult riff to play because you're at 216 beats per minute, and you've got to that picking hand has to be really precise. And I'm a lefty, so I don't know about you, but my picking hand, I really struggle, and I really have to practice that riff. I can't just play it. I have to kind of warm up into it. And you may even have seen me in the video kind of struggling to play that part, but what a great riff. And then the chorus to Dysentery Gary as well. It has these cool harmonics, and the whole song is just great. I remember when Man Overboard came out. I was in high school and I was on the basketball team, the B team, and I never played. So I basically just went for rides in school buses to basketball games that I watched from the bench. And my greatest memory during this time, obviously, was not playing basketball, but it was listening to the live album, The Mark, Tom, and Travis Show, on my Sony Discman while we were on the bus. And while everyone else was getting hyped for the game, I was getting hyped to go home and play my guitar later. Why I was on playing basketball and not just at home playing my guitar, I have no idea. Anyway, Man Overboard was a like bonus studio track that they recorded, and it's one of the best Blink-182 songs ever, and arguably, possibly the greatest Tom DeLonge riff. I'd probably put this in my top three. It's got everything. Okay, my number one favorite guitar riff, it's got to be What's My Age Again. This is the first song I ever learned beginning to end. And whenever I hear the start of this song, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. And it's a difficult, clean riff to play. And the only clean riff you're going to hear. So I'm sure there are several people that are mad about not seeing Adam's song or Stay Together for the Kids on the list. Wonderful, great riffs, but I just didn't have room for everything. So What's My Age Again is, there's just something really special about it, and it's only like a 2-minute, 20-second song. Really, really special. only riff from Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Anthem Part 2. Anthem Part 2 is great because you have a clean picked guitar part, and then you have a really cool like single note riff with distortion, and then you have octave slides. So you kind of get 3 for 1 in Anthem Part 2, and man, what a way to kick off an album. And I would argue Anthem Part 2 is the best opening to any Blink-182 album, but you'd have to let me know what you think. Of course, you know, Enema of the State, but I think this is just a slightly stronger start, even though Enema, I think, is the perfect album. And then actually, California, that opening track, the opening song for California is so good. So Blink, they definitely have a history of starting albums strong. Wishing Well is a really special song. It comes from Neighborhoods. It's our only riff from the album Neighborhoods. I actually really love Neighborhoods. On another video I did where I ranked all the Blink-182 albums, I definitely had Neighborhoods near the top. It's an album that I did not listen to when it came out. Blink has been my favorite band of all time for many years. And you'd think I would have been more excited. But I remember hearing, I think, After Midnight, and I just heard a snippet of it, and I was like, I'm not so sure about this. And so it wasn't until like maybe 2019 that I actually finally listened to the album for the first time. Wishing Well just hits in a really special way. It's not only got this cool rhythmic octave part, but then it has these little like bell-like sounds up top, which I included in the recording, but I didn't play it for the video. Really, really wonderful album, and Wishing Well is easily the best riff from it. Wendy Clear also comes from Enema of the State. I was halfway tempted to just include all the riffs from Enema of the State. But Wendy Clear, which I played wrong for years, not wrong, but I played it with a complex fingering when really you can just use open notes, and it actually sounds better and more like the way Tom plays it. Kind of tough to play the rhythm of the chords in this song, but the main riff is pretty easy, and then you have just this repeated pattern on the guitar while the bass is changing the harmony in the background, and that really is what kind of gives it its power. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Growing Up. I don't want to say the word. I don't know how it's going to be for the, if I'll get demonetized or whatever. I don't think so. But obviously, one of the first riffs I ever heard, I had a pen pal back in the day who lived in San Diego, and she would write to me, and one time she said, hey, have you heard of this band Blink-182? They're kind of blowing up here in Southern California, and you should check them out. And so I went to the store when I was in middle school. I was with my mom, and I found the album Dude Ranch, and my aunt was with me as well. And I remember her looking at some of the song titles. She's like, you should not be buying this as a 7th grader. And I remember turning it on, hearing Pathetic and then Voyeur, and then hearing that famous riff on track 3 that, changed my life, and probably was similar for a lot of you. And yeah, how can you not include this iconic riff? Okay, and that's it. I can't wait to hear in the comments below what you think. Let me know what your top 10 list would be. Adam's song, or even All the Small Things, or Wasting Time from Cheshire Cat. Wasting Time is a top 10 Blink-182 song for me. I just didn't have room for the riff. Not Now is a great riff. Home is Such a Lovely Place is a really great guitar part, actually. So that one surprised me because it's kind of a ballad. From Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Shut Up. Shut Up is like just, I don't know, that one just hits me the right way. Almost every single riff from Dude Ranch is amazing, and Enema of the State. This was really hard. I had a list of like 40 to 50 different riffs, and some within the same songs, right? You've got like Anthem from Enema of the State has just a great opening riff, but then an even better riff comes in the interlude. So yeah, this was really hard to do. Don't forget, you can get the tab for this in the link in the description. I put together all 10 riffs in a just nice, clean, easy to read PDF for you to download. Check that out. If you dug this, like and subscribe. I really can't wait to see what the comments section looks like for this one. And I hope you guys have a great day. I will catch you in the next times.